Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, Cooking with Ken. I am back with another quick video. This was a recommended, I'm sorry, excuse me. I got a little cold. This is a recommended recipe that someone asked me to do a video of. And we're gonna do a simple pot roast. So to start off, I've already washed my meat with salt and lemon. I dried it with paper towel. And I also trimmed majority of the fat that I did not want on the meat. And I left some of the fat because of course the fat renders a little bit of flavor. So I'm gonna start by doing, putting some olive oil. And I'm just gonna rub this olive oil on the meat. This is gonna help for the seasoning to adhere to the meat. I'm gonna let the seasoning sit on it for about, I would say 15-20 minutes before I actually sear it. One minute. Okay. So first, after the put in the oil, I'm just gonna make 3 slits. One is gonna be on the top. I'm not gonna go too deep inside. One on the top and one on each side. And I'm not gonna go in too deep because I don't want all of my juices from the meat to come out. So I want it still to be a little juicy. So here we have some cloves of garlic that I smashed and peeled. I'm just gonna stick these in here. 2. And hold on, let me go put you guys up a little bit. I'm sorry, I'm trying to adjust my camera a little because I'm gonna have to go smash the remaining of the garlic. Hold on 1 second. Oh, I'm sorry. I actually have it here. 1, 2, 3. In this pan that I have here, I'm gonna sear this on each side before I actually put it in the oven. So here, I have my dry spices and 2 packets of Sazon. I'll coat the top with the Sazon because it has a good flavor and it gives it a nice pretty coat. So let me try to pan you guys down a little bit. Hopefully everybody's having a good new year so far. Hope all is well with everybody. I just want to pat this seasoning. And the Sazon I'm gonna sprinkle on after I sear it, before I put it in the oven. Okay. And again, the purpose of the oil is so that, I mean, if you want to put some seasoning on the fat or the skin, the fat on the bottom of the roast, that's fine too. And for me, I kind of eyeball everything, so I have about I would say a tablespoon of black pepper, accent, onion powder, garlic powder, the fresh onion, of course, that you saw me put in the slits, and some chicken seasoning. Normally I would use some steak seasoning as well, but I didn't have any, so just use what I got. That works out perfectly fine for me. So I season all sides. When you do that, it will look as such. Hopefully you guys can see, because I know it's a little bit dark. do that. Now, in this container here is where I keep my flour. I am going to pour some flour because, of course, this flour is going to give it a nice coat, and it'll also start the process of your gravy. Once you start to cook it in the oven, okay, let me coat this front side here. So we have that. Okay. So we have that. Oh, you do the phone? Okay, so I'm gonna let the skillet heat up a little bit, and then I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, you guys, I am back. Here in that pan, I just have about 2 tablespoons of butter and oil. I'm gonna go ahead and take the meat. I'll sit this one in here for the first one. And we're gonna let that sear on the first side. In the meantime, I'm getting a phone call. 1 second, guys. Okay, you guys, sorry about that. I am back. So I still have the first side searing. While that's searing, I'm gonna go ahead and cut up my onions and bell peppers. You don't have to really cut them in a certain way or any particular manner. Everything is kind of your discretion. And at some point they're gonna cook down, so you don't have to really too much worry about it. And normally I would do this part off camera, but I want to allow you guys. Let's see if I can bring it over just a little. Hold on. I want to allow you guys to see the searing process. Hopefully it doesn't fall. I'll probably have to move it when I go to turn it over. And keep in mind, we're not cooking this all the way. We're just letting it get seared. We'll turn it down a little. Okay, now I think it's time for flip. So I have to move the camera back again. I'm gonna go for the first flip. I'll turn it, see. I want you guys to see this here. So we have flip 1. You see that sear right there? That's all you want. Turn the eye down just a little. I'm gonna finish cutting. here a little. And that's just one small onion. Well, I would say medium size rather. Okay. I'm just going to cut that down the middle. And just get it nice chop. Be careful with your knife, especially if you have a sharp one. Don't hook yourself on. Let's flip this over again. Okay. Flip two. Flip three. Oh yeah. And this isn't burnt here. This is all flavor. All flavor from the seasoning. Okay. So we're gonna let that go. Hold on, I'm sorry guys. I'm getting another phone call. Hold on 1 second. Okay, you guys, I'm back. We're gonna let that go. In the meantime, I have water boiling here for my noodles. So I'm gonna do a macaroni and cheese. I'm gonna use the large seashells. Now to that, just want to add a little bit of oil so that your noodles don't get stuck. So let me flip this one more time. Alright. And this still has a bone right here. And there's another one on the other side, and there's a piece of bone right here. But again, as I said, this isn't burnt. This is all still soft, tender, and it's all going to turn into flavor. These soft, I'm sorry. So I'm going to get my noodles back going. And always want to salt your water. And I'm going to get my noodles down. That is 1 16-ounce. And here is the second. I'm probably only going to use a half. That's okay. I'll just use them all. So that's 2 16 ounces of the large seashell noodles. Okay, now this is a pan that I seasoned it in, so I went ahead and washed this out. Let me try to dry it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and grab this. I'm gonna transfer this right over here. Okay, get this out the eye. Whee. Well, I'll leave it for now. Well, no, I don't want it to burn. just to show you while you're here, the only thing I did was put a little water, and so that way you can see the bottom of the pan, you know, which basically goes to my point of this just being a nice char. It's not burnt. If so, the bottom of the pan would have been a little burnt. That's basically just, it's basically just your seasoning. I just put a little water in there. Okay. Now, here's where the love happens. Let me get this in here. Now here is all of your flavor. Now if you want, or if you wanted to rather, you could have put some aluminum foil on the bottom of your pan, but the purpose of this was to basically discard it. So we're gonna do our onions. Normally what I would do is sit some of the onions and the peppers on the bottom and sit the meat on top of it. But either way, it's fine, no biggie. If you want, I could still lift this up because it's not even hot anymore. And that's probably what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and add the rest of these onions and peppers, and I will be right back with you guys before I add the chicken broth and get this in the oven. Okay, now I'm back. So this roast is gonna have to cook for quite a bit. Right now I have my oven preheating on 350 degrees. This is probably gonna cook for about an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I'll add my potatoes that I'm cutting over here. I'll add the potatoes and the carrots towards the end. I'll be sure to come back and show you guys when I get to that part of the process. So I'm just putting a little bit of beef broth here. And we are gonna get this in the foil. Put this in the oven. And I'll go ahead and finish cutting up the potatoes, but just in case if you guys wanted to see how to cut them, let me turn my noodles off. I basically just sliced them down the middle again. I'll show you guys. It's up to you, whatever size you want. And I've already rinsed these off. I'm gonna leave the skin on. Feel free to take the skin off if you want. So basically down the middle, down the middle, down the middle. And that gives you some little dollops. And so again, it's kind of your discretion. You can even cut it again after you do that. So, I mean, it's really up to you. Or if you wanted to do it this way. Now you have 3 pieces. Basically the same thing. Or if you wanted to do it this way. It's kind of really you, up to your discretion. So I'll go ahead and cut the rest of these up, and I will be back with you guys shortly. Oh, hopefully you guys, I'm sorry. I didn't even realize the camera turned. I'll do the rest of these just to be on the safe side. It's not gonna take long. And again, skin on or skin off, your preference. Do whichever you like. They're not the prettiest potatoes, but I've saw worse. And this knife is very, very sharp, so definitely be careful while you're cutting. So I'm gonna get these on some ice cold water, and in the meantime, I'll get my noodles out so I can drain my noodles, and I'll be right back with you guys. Okay, you guys, so we are checking in on the roast. I'm gonna add the potatoes and carrots now. It's been cooking for about 40 minutes. But right now I am letting some onions and green bell pepper saute for the cabbage. I'm just gonna put a little bit of beef broth in here because of course cabbage. Let me try to bring you guys up some. Of course cabbage makes its own water. So. And I've already rinsed the cabbage. Some people just do like this. By all means, do whatever to your preference. I'm just gonna put a little bit of beef broth. But again, cabbage kind of creates its own water, so. I'm just gonna add a little bit of black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some salt. And again, this cabbage is gonna wilt down, so I know it seems like a lot now, but it's really not. About it. Break it up that way, or you can cut it whichever you prefer. I kind of do both as I go. And again, I'm just sharing the size with you, but the main focus is the pot roast. The macaroni and cheese is already in the oven. This. I'm going to do a little bit of salt. Don't be afraid to use black pepper. It's not gonna do anything. Onion powder. Garlic powder. And in this case, I am going to use a Sazon, tropical Sazon packet. Use half of that. I'm just going to pour a little bit of broth on top and pour the rest of the broth up here. Just let this go. Let this go, let this cook. It's gonna whip down pretty quickly. As you can see, it already is. And normally, I mean, I'll do a separate video for my cabbage. Normally, I will add, I would use bacon as well as sausages. Do 2 capfuls of white vinegar. You can also use apple cider vinegar if you want. It's really up to you. Top on that. I'll get back to wash this in. So here. Sorry guys, I don't have that much counter space. Let's see if I can bring you guys over here. So we're just gonna add in the potatoes. I'm also gonna add some water in here as well. So no worries. Now the roast eventually will fall apart. I'm not going to use all of the carrots. This over because I don't want it to fall. also gonna check my mac and cheese, which I'll do a separate video for that as well. Only because I didn't use what I normally use. I kind of use what I had, if that makes sense. Because again, the main focus of this video was the pot roast, but these on my side. Whew. Okay, that's still going. Ooh-wee. Now, only thing I need. Just like the cheese to melt just a little. And then sprinkle a little paprika on top. I'm gonna let this go. I'm gonna put this back in the oven. I'm gonna let this go without the foil on it. I'll set that here to the side. Okay, so I thought I'll come to you guys with a quick update. I'm gonna let that go for a little bit more. I'm not sure if you guys can see down in here. I don't know why I let it fly in here. It's really getting on my nerves. So I'm gonna turn this on a low heat. This is gonna be really, really good. Okay, I'm gonna turn this on a really low heat, clean up a little, and I will be back with you guys. Okay, you guys, I've checked it one more time, not on the camera, I completely forgot, but it should be about done by right now, so I'm going to get it out of the oven. Whee. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna try to switch it over here. I have to fold this up a little bit because some of the juice is running out. Then this here. So I'm gonna plate this up for you guys in a minute. So you can see the finishing product, but it was basically falling apart. Here, pieces here, piece here, piece here. Still have a big piece here, a few pieces. This one's still kind of stuck. Piece here. Piece here. It's a lot of juice. So. Please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend of a friend, a neighbor, a cousin, grandma, mom, sister. Tell everybody. Okay, so here we have the cabbage. As much juice on there. I'll try to drain it before I put it on. And we have cabbage, rice. This is just yellow rice. cook perfectly. You only really need to cook rice for, I would say, 12 minutes tops, if that. Here we are with the mac and cheese. I'll get another spoon for that because I'll need that for the meals. Let me rinse this off, I'm sorry. In case you guys wanted to get down up in there, it's very, very, very creamy. It's hot like mine. And we're gonna do the is a little too big. I'm trying to eat that much. It's basically falling off. Potatoes and carrots. And of course, you know me. I absolutely have to use my parsley. It's just for a garnish to make it look pretty. Alrighty. So here we are with the finishing product. You have the pot roast, mac and cheese, cabbage, yellow rice. Thank you guys for watching. You guys have a good night. Bye.